Hi, I am Berdhanya, and today we're going to talk about energy. What is energy and how this relates to my reaffirmation of my identity, of who I am. So let's start by defining energy. Energy, as the word implicitly say it, is to be in work or at work. So you are in some kind of motion, some kind of interaction. And when we talk about interaction, when we talk about energy, we inevitably have to look at the polarities of life, because it's through the forces of this magnetic principle where there is a positive, and I don't mean bad or good, just a magnetic force, a positive charge and a negative charge, that like a magnet, they're always attracting each other. They are always in friction. They're always trying to rotate itself as these particles move constantly. And this is the very foundation of matter, any and across the universe, is the polarities. So when we talk about energy, we talk about the interaction of these two polarities eternally going and creating even more and more and more particles that are either positive or negative, interacting constantly. So in that sense, then energy has there are two types of energy. The type of energy that is the energy that is in potential, meaning that is not activated yet, is the energy that is innate in the object or in the subject, is the energy that is in potency or is latent, is in certain dormancy, is in sleep. And there is energy that is in the scene energy, that is in movement, and that is the exchange of information, because energy is, yes, it have the polarities interacting, but we need to realize that energy is carry wisdom, it carries life, and and it carries love. It's like these two polarities has an interaction. Sorry, something went into my throat. The two polarities has this wisdom and that love and that life force always interacting with each other and reorganizing very playfully what it formed that synchronicity. So the scene energy of the movement of these particles is what we feel as oh, I have energy. And when we sleep, then we feel restful. We feel that energy not our work, but still we have energy because the heart is beating, the lungs are breathing, the brain is going on. So it's not like we are in total out of the energy. We're always inside an energy field that is produced by this interaction of the two particles within us, the male, the female, the up and down, whatever you want to call it. this or the point of view you want to have, either scientifically or poetically, that interaction is always there. So the balance of these two polarities, where you are not going in one way or another way, it maintains the level of energy. And the energy that is forceful, that is, say, I own the energy, I am the one producing the energy, I am the one that is taking care of it. Yes and no. Yes, in a sense that you do have certain responsibility of taking care of your body, eating well, sleeping, exercising, and maintaining your form. And on the other hand, you are also embedded inside this matrix of energy and polarities that is free, is constant. And this is something that we really need to think about it, because at this moment of our evolution, energy is a big question, and is something that it will evolve to be able to rescue the energy from the environment for everything freely. It's not something that we have no access to it. We have it inside, it is outside. Energy is the wisdom, is the love, and is the playfulness of the cosmos, how unite all these particles. Now, when this energy becomes, we change frequencies, when it becomes a little bit more compacted, it takes form. And in that form, there is a process of differentiation. It's a process where you say, oh, this energy have geometrically and in a very precise order take form and make a tree, or make a person, or make a very specific definition that you can put a name on it. You say, oh, this is a flower, but this flower have a certain type of energy, a certain amalgamation and formula and qualities that makes it a flower. Now, in the human form, yes, you have the human body, and you can say, I am human. And inside, you also have this process of reaffirming your identification of who you really are. And for that, nature is very wise. It gives us every 7 years or so a cycle of identity, where we ask ourselves who I am, what I'm doing, who really am I. So with that question, you are not only reaffirming your energy field, but you are also defining more precisely the attributes of the form that you have. Now, here comes the interesting part. When you have defined at the peak of that potentiality of defining, okay, I am me, I am part of this big picture, I am included in a tapestry of life, love, and wisdom, then the energy start to dissipate and start to become something else. So it's like, okay, the flower is being defined fully, and say it's a flower in bloom, and then when it's at the peak of that energy form, then it disintegrates in another form. Either it start to the petals start to die and eventually come back to earth. So you need to see also that movement of the energy that goes up and down in the process of identification. It's a must that you define yourself in the sense of what is it you believe, what is it you stand for, what is it that you are representing. It's not good, it's not bad, it's not perfect, it's not imperfect, it's who you are. It's the energy of polarities that you are using to give you the sense of I am, in the physical form and in the subtle form, in the soul and in your spirit. That definition is beautiful because you are seen, you're being seen. You say, you are a tulip, you are a sunflower, you are a tree. It has a very powerful statement energetically. And again, without that definition, then the energy simply cannot go to the peak, to the quintessence of your existence, where you are able to, number one, have the sense of security that I am what I am. I have energy, eternal energy moving, and I am using it to define myself. And number two is that sense that the energy, it never dies. Energy is always constant in the cosmos, and therefore your word towards or misconception of I need to survive, it loosens it up. It just, you relax more in front of the concept of energy. And number three, you give consciousness to the energy. And this is important because when you are able to define yourself as a conscious of the planet, you are telling the planet the type of quality and frequency that is possible. And you are giving, in that definition, you are giving identity and you are giving a potentiality of the next step. And the next step is not only to see that, oh, I have energy, I have energy, I own energy, but also that I can breathe in the energy of the cosmos which is around me and breathe out and rest. And this is a principle that it will come to humanity, that free energy in all forms, and not only in the self-sustaining and confidence that the body is able to tap into that environmental energy from the sun, the moon, everywhere. But also technology. In technology, in our, the question of energy is always a problem and that, or a challenge that humanity is facing these days. So why not start tapping into the free energy you have by identification and I don't want to say identification because I usually use identification as that sense of, oh, I am that, which you are not. More of defining your identity. Defining your identity. That's why, as a homework, I'm putting you the question open in your inquiry, in your meditation time. Who am I? And you stay with that. And this time is not only an intellectual question, but also a relation that you have towards energy, towards your energy, towards your actions, towards your words, towards what are your choices. So you can awake the potential energy and you can refine the seen energy, the movement of energy. I leave you with that and I'll see you in our next class. Bye.